I turned this one video into a week's worth of short form video content and then scheduled it to all of my social media platforms in just a few clicks. Today, I'm going to show you how. So I'm trying to grow my personal YouTube channel to 100,000 subscribers. And one way to help me get there is going to be clipping up my long form content into short form content. But the issue is it just takes ages and it can be expensive to hire a good editor. And then if I want to go ahead and post it to every platform, it's just more time consuming and I don't really want to be putting my time into it. Luckily, I've created a workflow that can allow me to turn each of my long form videos into anywhere from sort of 5 to 20 short form clips for social media. And I can directly schedule all of that content to the short form platforms in an attempt to try and get my YouTube channel to that 100K. So the first part of this strategy is you're obviously going to need a pillar piece of content. This could be a live stream that you did. This could be a talk that you did in person that you've filmed. It could be a YouTube video. It could be a podcast, or really just any form of long form video content. For me personally, as mentioned, it's a YouTube video on my channel. So all I'm going to do is grab a link to my YouTube video. I'm going to copy it and then I'm going to paste it into Vizard and then click upload. From there, I'm going to make sure my aspect ratio is 9:16. I'm going to set the clip length to any length because I personally believe you shouldn't be trying to force clips to be a certain length. Just if it's really good and it's short, that's okay. If it's really good and it's long, that's also okay. I personally don't love emojis or highlighting keywords or any of that stuff there, but I do like to remove silences. So I'm going to select that one. And then we're going to click get AI clips. Okay, so now that we've done that, Vizard's AI has gone through and found 24 clips in this video that we can use. And that's probably pretty normal for a video that's 21 minutes long, slightly more than one clip per minute. And it's ranked them out of 10 as to how viral they think they could be. Now, AI is great, and this tool does a great job of it, but we also want to make sure we check it and ensure that it's going to be the best possible clip. So I'm just going to quickly take a look at this one inside of the editor and show you guys what I'm looking at when I'm trying to make adjustments, or what I'm looking at when it comes to getting a good clip. So if we're taking a look at this clip, and when I'm reviewing them, I personally like just to read through it. Obviously you can watch it after that, but it becomes a little bit tricky. So the main thing I'm looking at here with these clips is 1, does it have a strong hook? 2, does it deliver on that hook? And then 3, is it wrapped up reasonably well at the end of it? So that's in the order that you want to do it. Strong hook, is there a strong promise or something that's going to grab people's attention? Do we deliver on that promise? And then is the video sort of finished soon after that? Because you don't want good hook, good value, but then it just drags on for ages and people either leave or they feel like they've wasted their time. You don't want to have a video that's got a bad hook because no one will watch it. You don't want a good hook and no value because people will feel sort of misled. So this one opens with, there is no optimal frequency. There's no optimal posting frequency, and consistency matters a lot more than frequency. That's a reasonably strong hook for my industry. Like, it's a strong statement. Then there's some value in here where, you know, talk about post what you can sustain long term rather than trying to hit an optimal frequency. Instagram have suggested posting 10 or more reels per month if you want to grow your audience, which means 3 times a week. If your content is really hard to create, you post less. If your content is really easy to create, you post more often. So there's nothing I really want to change about this. I'm reasonably happy with good hook, reasonable value, and then it's wrapped up in time. So I'm just going to hit save. There was nothing to really edit in that one. And then from there, I can post it directly to social media. So I'm just going to post this one to YouTube for this one here, because that's what I'm trying to grow. Although I could chuck this on LinkedIn and Instagram at the click of a button. Now, the cool thing with this tool as well is it'll automatically generate a title or a caption if you're on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or TikTok. Is your Instagram posting schedule leading to burnout? Now, I think that title is reasonably good, but if I didn't love that, I could click this button which says regenerate and then add in, make it more punchy, and AI will do its thing. It'll regenerate a title for us. Is your stop chasing an optimal posting schedule? Do this instead. Again, another good one. Or at the end of the day, if I just want to write a title myself, I can jump in here and say the truth about, maybe I just go, how often should you post on Instagram? Now it's got a description in here. It's got some hashtags. It's got some tags, all of that there. I can click schedule if I want to schedule it, or I can just click publish if I want to publish it. I've scheduled that one. I'm going to go back and I'm going to go look at another clip. Now I realize this is taking a while because I'm walking you through everything, but it's obviously a lot quicker when you don't have to think about that. So we'll come and look at the next one. And again, we're looking for that strong hook, strong value, strong finish. You probably heard me say this before, but they simply don't matter like they used to. It used to be everything when it came to reaching the algorithm, but now it practically means nothing. Whilst they have minor benefits, they aren't just really worth worrying about. This one, the words that I'm saying themselves are not the strongest hook, because if people don't know who I am and they see me saying, you've probably heard me say this before, it's not necessarily going to grab attention. Although having the text on the screen, which again, Visit have done on autopilot, do hashtags actually work? The brutal truth. That is going to make it a much stronger hook. But when I look through this clip, I think it's okay, but I don't necessarily love it. And I only want to be posting stuff that I love. And so that was a decent clip. It probably could work, but I'm going to skip past that one today. Scrolling down again, we've got this one here. Stop believing this Instagram myth. I'm going to open it up. And again, we're looking for those three things: strong hook, good value, concise ending. Now, number 10 is, despite popular belief, you don't need to be active at the time you post on Instagram. So this one's good, although I think the hook could be better. It shouldn't say now number 10 is despite popular belief, because people are going to be watching this as a clip rather than within the video, because in the video is 21 tips. So I was going through them. So we just want to delete that there to make the hook better. And so I'm going to delete the start of that, so that it opens on, despite popular belief, you don't need to be active at the time you post on Instagram. A lot of people used to say, if you've scheduled a post for 7 a.m., you need to be online and engaging with other people. But this isn't true. And he came out and debunked it. So I have a post. I'm going to make it 10 a.m. So from 9:45 to 10 a.m. For the rest of this reel and in this video, it cuts to an interview with Adam Mazzero. It doesn't really make sense in a Reels format. And so I'm actually going to just delete the whole end of that and just have this as a really short one. So despite popular belief, you don't need to be active at the time you post on Instagram. A lot of people used to say that if you've scheduled a post for 7 a.m., you need to be online and engaging with other accounts slightly before and after to maximize your performance within the algorithm, but this isn't true. I'm even going to get rid of that last little piece. This is just going to be a really short, sharp reel. We're going to hit save and we're going to schedule it on YouTube and use that to grow our audience. So I'm going to click post to social again. Got YouTube generating a title for me, but I imagine the title I would use for this would be something around, I think that's too long. So I'm going to come in and say, can you make it shorter? We're going to regenerate that as being active when you post on Instagram. Help when you post, help. I'm going to put Instagram towards the front of that because I like having keywords in the reel or in the short towards the front of it. I just think it helps convert people a lot better. And then so I'm going to change the date here because we already got one out today. So I'll make that tomorrow and I will put it at 4:45. So scheduling that one for tomorrow. It's waiting to export and then it'll be scheduled. So that's another reel that we've just grabbed out of this video, or I should stop saying reel, YouTube short. Now, if we keep scrolling through this one here, I quite like because I think this one directly speaks to my sort of target audience on the channel. Now, again, if we look at the start, it says, now this is a big one and it's something I touched on in a few recent videos. If your goal is to grow your business, focus on leads and customers more so than views themselves. Really strong hook. I just don't like the start of it. So I'm going to crop this out. So instead of it being, now this is a big one and it's something, it's if your goal is to grow your business. Now, straight away, I'm trying to reach business owners and I'm trying to help them grow their audience. And so if they see this, where the first second of the video is, if your goal is to grow your business, they're straight away going to speak to business owners. They see that, they're probably going to be interested. And so I will delete the start of that and it starts on, if your goal is to grow your business, focus on leads and customers more so than views themselves. Because if you're focused on views and create a silly little reel that gets 100,000 views, it does nothing for your business, maybe even damages your business. Whilst you could create a simple video about your business, which may only reach a few hundred people, but might bring you a handful of new customers. I think too often entrepreneurs and business owners are focused too much on reach. Now, as you can see, this one does, similar to one of the previous ones, cuts to a clip of Adam Mosseri speaking, which I didn't like in the last one because of the way it was sort of framed, but on this one, I actually quite like it. It's a short, punchy sort of statement from me, followed by a short, punchy statement from Adam, sort of backing up what I was saying. And it's not someone asking him a question like the last one was. So I'm pretty happy with that. Strong hook of, if your goal is to grow your business, good bit of value in there of stop chasing views, and then it's wrapped up by some social proof from Adam Mosseri. So I'm going to save that one, and then I'm going to schedule this to go on YouTube once again. And we're going to wait for the title to come through. Vanity metrics are killing your business growth. Why businesses fail on Instagram. Nice and punchy. I like that one again. So we're going to schedule that for Friday. That's 3 that I have done in just a couple of moments. Okay, so that's 3 reels done. Now here's another clip that I'm looking at, and it's about why people are leaving your videos early. And so this one was about looking at your attention rate. And again, I just think the start of it isn't the best, or the first couple words are not the best, where it says, however, what I will add is your attention rate can be a great indicator to improve your content. It's the most accurate measure where your content needs improvement or where things went well. So I think we start this on, your retention rate can be a great indicator to improve your content. Short and punchy. This is where you want to spend most of your time, by the way. I know I listed out the 3 things of like hook, value, good finish. Hook is by far the most important thing. Your retention rate can be a great indicator to improve your content. It's the most accurate measure of where your content needs improvement or where things a bit of hook. If you watch time, drops in the middle. Okay, this piece here is going into the next point, and so we're going to delete that. Starts the video, you need a bit of hook or a bit of idea. If you watch time, drops in the middle. So we're going to save that. We're going to post it. Post to social. I'm going to wait for this, but I think we do something about like the secret to going viral. Personally, I've found with YouTube specifically, the title is quite important. With the other platforms, it doesn't really matter. Like the title or the caption, sorry, on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn doesn't have a big impact because people are scrolling. And so a lot of the time they don't even see the caption. But on YouTube, it's quite important because yes, sometimes people are scrolling, but also sometimes it just pops up in people's feed on their desktop or on their phone, and they have to actually click onto it. The secret to viral success. Let's go with that. And we've already scheduled a few of these, so we'll put this one on Saturday. I'm pretty much just going to go through and continue doing that until I've got a week's worth of content. Usually this process takes me sort of 10 to 15 minutes to go through, find some clips from my video, schedule them to go out, and we're good to go. So that's what you need to do. Now, obviously this has taken a little bit longer due to me explaining my thought process as I go. But as mentioned, normally it might take me 2 minutes to see a piece of content, edit it, and schedule it, which means to do a week's worth of content, we're looking at about 15 minutes. And that's as simple as it needs to be. I can go through and do this each Sunday, 15 to 20 minutes, schedule my content for the week, and then I don't even have to think about it. And this means that I can just focus on making the best long form content, whether again, it's YouTube, podcast, webinars, whatever it is that I'm producing. And the short form content is just taken care of. Maybe one of those videos just takes off. You know, there's a good chance that a lot of them get 1 or 2 or 3,000 views each. And they might bring in a handful of new subscribers each. One of them could take off and get a ton of views, and then that helps really grow my audience. But on the low end, by doing that, I'm going to add sort of 30 to 100,000 monthly viewers to my audience. And on the high end, it could be millions. That's it from this video, but I'll see you guys in the next one.